Hi everyone, it's me, Mocha Gypsy. Long time no see. I'm making this video mainly for my subscribers who may or may not have visited my channel once in a while, wondering where the heck I've been for the past 6 years or so. Okay? The short answer, I was in a Lifetime movie. Okay. My blog is grossly out of date. Left everything in Ohio. And then obviously a lot has happened after that. After Ohio, well, I got Eunice fixed up and went to Indiana, Illinois, and I originally was going to go to Texas, went through Oklahoma City first, fell in love with Oklahoma City, made a lot of great friends there, and a small handful that I'm still pretty cool with and close with, and went down to Texas. But that's not where my heart was. Went right back to Oklahoma City. And that's where I was planning to settle. And then I met Mystery Date. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll see me talking about Mystery Date. And Mystery Date, I ended up marrying him. And he's originally from Texas, but lives in Wyoming, and he's a transplant from in Wyoming. He's been there at the time that I met him for about 5 years or so. And he sold himself to me as this really nice Christian guy who would treat me right and family oriented and all that, and he had the friends to back it up. He had good Christian friends and that were friends with him for a while since he moved up there, and I was sold on it. And we quickly got into a relationship, and a year and a half later got married, and it was just a disaster. He turned out to be the most evil person I ever met in my life. Mentally abusive, and then towards the end of the marriage, physically abusive. All right, just a horrible waste of a marriage and time and my energy. The only wonderful thing that I have to show for it is that I have a little girl named Eloise, and she's like the driving force of everything I do now. So, I'm still in Wyoming. When you have a child, you can't really be a gypsy. You can't just like leave the state and everything. And Mystery Date knows how I don't like Wyoming. So naturally that's his mission, to keep me here. He happens to be a narcissist, actually a sociopath. But that's pretty much that in a nutshell. But I've made some great friends up here, and it's been an adventure, a lot of personal growth, a lot of trials, literally and figuratively, trials and tribulations of basically letting the wrong person into your life. I remember one of my viewers, when I was telling everyone about Mystery Date, she recommended the book The Gift of Fear. And it was just so true, because there were so many things about him that weren't adding up, that was going against my intuition, but I intellectualized it and ended up paying the price for not going with my gut, basically. But you know, I'm here. I'm a survivor. Things are going really good in my life, and I have shared custody of my child, and you know, I just wanted to let everyone know who are still around to care, because once in a while I still do get random messages from a viewer. Um, you know, the other reason why I made this video is to just let you guys know that I'm taking this channel into another direction. And what this channel will now be about is me selling a cosmetics line that I'm really passionate about. And so this channel will be geared towards informing people about that and marketing that for my entrepreneurial side. It does tie in to the experiences that I had being in an abusive marriage. I was more of a plain Jane back then, and only would get like dolled up or gussied up for like special occasions and things. And it took me to be treated so poorly, rock bottom, by someone who promised to love and cherish me and protect me. It took me hitting rock bottom to understand the importance of loving myself. Okay. The true meaning of the word or the phrase self-respect. All right. And one of the things that Mystery Date told me that he valued in me was that I looked modest. It's like, it's a very common thing for women up here to just be modest, little to no makeup, very humble attitude, all these things. And I can't speak for everyone's marriage up here, but in my case, it was just a trap and a manipulation and a con to just keep me low and easier to control. Because I know that if I had taken more pride in my looks, even before I met him, I probably wouldn't have even been a target for someone who's a predator in that way. And I know that if I look the way that I do now, back then, even if he managed to date me or get involved in my life, our relationship wouldn't have lasted like not even a week or 2 weeks, because I would have realized that, this guy's not treating me right. Something's not right about how I'm treated. I'm just taking myself elsewhere. And he knows that. And predators like him know that. They go for those who they feel are like low-hanging fruit, or feel they don't have as many options, and they take advantage of that. But if a woman is leveled up, so to speak, he probably won't even approach her. He'll find some other type of prey. Or even if he manages to get someone who does take pride in their appearance, which usually is an indication of them having respect for themselves, which abusers hate, it wouldn't have lasted long as it did. We would have never even made it to engagement, would have never even made it to exclusivity or anything like that. So, and I'm not saying that women who dress nice or wear makeup or whatever don't get abused. They do, obviously, but it just lessens your chances of being a target for a certain type of predator. So, my lessons, most of my lessons have been learned. Learning to love myself, and that includes what's on the outside, because I believe that's a signal to the outside world that you treat yourself a certain way, you have certain standards, and one of them is not to be treated poorly. So, I'm still on my level up journey. I'm not 100% where I would like to be physically. I'm still working on losing weight, being healthier, especially for my daughter. And there is power in beauty. There is power in being polished. You feel better. As a woman, you feel better. You respect yourself. You get treated better by both men and women. Those are the things that I've noticed. And if I just had that if I just had that to begin with before meeting my ex, or any other guy that didn't treat me well, they would have just passed me over. They wouldn't have targeted me. I mean, already I attract like better quality people into my life. So anyhow, knowing that power, knowing that what having pride in your appearance can do for you, that empowerment. I want other women who may come from the same type of background that I came from, or just women who just want to have fun with it. I want to empower them through makeup to reach their goals in life, whatever that may be, to look good doing it. So that's the new direction that I'm taking this channel to. And I hope that most of you stick around and support me. I'm still a gypsy at heart. I'm still going to travel when I can, go places when I can, and when I do, I'll share that, So, anyway, so let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'll do a Q&A. If you guys are even still around, I'll do a Q&A if you want. If that's what you want, leave that in the comments and I'll do it. If not, I'll leave this video at that. But going forward, all my videos will be geared towards makeups, doing demos, talking about pharmacy, cosmetics, maybe some inspirational talks if I'm moved to do that, about self-esteem and leveling up mentally and spiritually too. So anyway, thanks guys.